The ultimate Disney fan experience, the D23 Expo in Anaheim, California, is rapidly approaching, and with the exciting 3-day event, it is expected that we will be receiving tons of different news from the Disney theme parks across the world. What's going on, everyone? My name is Scott, and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. If you are new to the channel, make sure to slap a like on this video at the end if you enjoyed it, and consider subscribing down below for more videos like the one that you're watching right now. With the D23 Expo approaching in September, I want to give my predictions on what I think we can expect out of the Disney Parks and Experience panel on Sunday, September 11th. Join Disney Parks Experience and Products Chairman Josh D'Amaro for a look at Disney's boundless future, with announcements and updates on the magic happening around the world in the parks, on the high seas, at home, and beyond. Attendees will get a behind-the-scenes look at the big dreams of Disney Imagineers. Every Disney fan will want to be part of the special presentation full of exciting news and surprises. Now, these predictions and speculation will be based around the Walt Disney Resort in Florida and the Disneyland Resort in California, spanning from new attractions to even future land developments. But please keep in mind that everything that I talk about in this video is solely speculation, and nothing is confirmed until Disney reveals something themselves. But without further ado, let's start things off with Walt Disney World. One of the big surprises that may come out of this panel is what's replacing Dinosaur and Dinorama over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Obviously, we know the destruction of Primitive World has happened months ago, and it seems like that area is just kind of run down now and a little bit outdated compared to the rest of the park. Well, that begs the question, will there be something replacing it? Will we no longer be able to ride Dinosaur and be terrified every time we encounter the Carnotaurus? I mean, at least with Dinorama, I definitely feel like that's going to be getting the axe very, very soon. It is a big question on whether or not Dinosaur will stick around, since that is such at least a beloved attraction by some. But Dinorama's kind of just pointless other than the theming aspect around the main attraction over there. Lots of rumors and speculation has pointed to a Zootopia themed land coming to Animal Kingdom, or even a Wakanda land theme to the hit film series Black Panther. However, that doesn't really match up with the vision of Animal Kingdom. Now, you can make the same argument with Pandora, the world of Avatar, but at least with that one, they try to make it seem like you're still in this kind of jungly feel. You're in Pandora. When you step foot in that land, it still feels like you're in Animal Kingdom in a way, even though there's no animals around you. Now, Animal Kingdom's whole vision is to base their park around fantasy creatures, present day creatures, and of course extinct ones already in the dinosaurs. Nowhere in there does it mention intellectual properties, so would Zootopia fit or Wakanda fit replacing Dinosaur? Well, I think that we'll get some answers to these questions at the panel as to what's going to be replacing the Dinosaur attraction and the Dinorama area, but I definitely think that will be an announcement for D23, and that'll be one of the big surprises that we get out of it. Now, there's a couple small little announcements typically at these panels that Disney fans should expect. One being the Tron opening time frame, and while I don't think that's a small announcement, I don't think they'll spend too much time talking about it. So I definitely think we'll be getting some opening time frame for the Tron Light Cycle attraction opening up at Magic Kingdom, hopefully next year. My best guess is it's going to be spring 2023. Now, that of course moves us into Epcot, where there are tons of different things that I feel Josh D'Amaro needs to talk about in this presentation. There's the Play Pavilion, there's the World Celebration, there's the Mary Poppins attraction. With the Mary Poppins attraction, I think that'll give us confirmation on whether or not it's still happening, or whether or not that got the axe as well. I also think that if it is still happening, we'll get some kind of tie-in to what the attraction's gonna be, because we don't know if it's gonna be a ride, we don't know if it's gonna be a moving theater, we don't know what it's going to be quite yet. So I'm hoping that we get something as in relation to what type of system this is going to be for the rumored Mary Poppins attraction. Well, it's not rumored anymore, it was official at the last D23 panel presentation, but since then it's still left in question whether or not it's coming to Epcot and the United Kingdom Pavilion. Now, the World Celebration area is definitely opening in phases, and I think that that'll still stay the same route that it has. Obviously, with connections and creations, you see that they're opening up in phases. So that's why I think that the rest of the celebration area will stick with that. Other than Journey into the Water attraction, which is based around Moana, I think that will be the last thing to open up, since that can be deemed as a quote-unquote attraction. But who knows, maybe that'll open up randomly too, and all Disney fans can be excited and nobody has to line up extremely early to go be the first ones to check it out. It'll just kind of be random. I definitely feel like we're gonna get sneak peeks into that attraction and into the rest of what we can expect for the Celebration Pavilion. We most recently got a couple new renderings of what that's supposed to look like when it's all complete, but we still haven't got tons of renderings surrounding the Moana themed Journey into the Water attraction. We just got the one basic one that we all know and we can all base our thoughts and speculation around. So for sure Josh is going to want to share different sneak peeks at that attraction and what different things that we can expect as far as specific details goes for the World Celebration Pavilion opening up at Epcot very soon. Now, along with stuff that we don't know is still happening, and another pavilion would be the Play Pavilion. In between Mission Space and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind stands the Play Pavilion, or at least the future Play Pavilion. We've all seen the concept art for this, and we all know at least somewhat what it's going to be, but we don't have all the juicy details. We just know that it's going to be this interactive, bright, vibrant pavilion that once hosted now abandoned attractions like Body Wars. Will there be multiple different attractions in this pavilion like there was its predecessor before, or will it just be a full-on interactive thing and it's just something for you to walk in and get some AC? Because since they announced that Play Pavilion, there's been construction workers working on it here and there, but it looks like there's been no major progress on it. Now obviously we can't see how the interior looks, nobody can except for all the cast members working on it, but we can see employees working on the outside of it, kind of not reshaping it, but repaneling it. And that's about as far as we know for the future of the Play Pavilion. So I feel like all these questions should be answered and will be answered at this Disney Parks and Experience panel. But as far as Walt Disney World goes, aside from a couple little things like Splash Mountain, which we'll talk about on the Disneyland portion of this video, I think that's all we'll get from Walt Disney World as far as big announcements goes at this presentation. So without further ado, let's move on in to Disneyland. One of the big things that I feel like they're gonna heavily stick on is of course Disneyland Forward, that big rendering that we all saw that looked like we were getting a third gate, but it's actually turned into something more. It's turned into a downtown Disney refurbishment, it's turned into a new hotel, etc, etc. I feel like Josh is going to spend a lot of time speaking on this, speaking on what we can expect on the Art of Pixar Hotel when that is opening up officially and will be transformed into the Art of Pixar Hotel, as the work has already started on the exterior of it, what we can expect for a potential third gate. And I feel like they'll definitely present like a 4-year plan, and that'll be an official announcement on expansion of the theme park, or maybe even it is going to be a third gate, but I think most likely it'll be the expansion of the 2 theme parks. So I think we'll get some form of 4-year plan for Disneyland Forward. Now that's not to say we're going to learn about all the different lands, all the different IPs, all the different attractions coming within those land expansions, but I definitely think we'll have some plan as to what we can look forward to in the near future. And with that, of course, would be the completion of the Downtown Disney refurbishment. Obviously, they're chugging along very fast on that, and it seems like they're going to be done within the next couple months or so, at least in that first portion. Well, I think as well we'll get a completion time frame for the Downtown Disney refurbishment, and what's next after Jazz Kitchen. Will they keep moving down? Will they go all the way down to the World of Disney, or are they going to stop right there near the Splitsville area? Aside from Disneyland Forward and how big that's going to be, we could potentially get a sneak peek of how Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is coming along inside the queue, inside the attraction. As we all know, there's going to be some differences with the West Coast version compared to the East Coast version that currently sits at Disney's Hollywood Studios and Disney World. So we may get a couple sneak peeks as far as that goes, and Toontown goes, as we haven't really seen anything too much other than the picture of all the CMs that are currently working on it a couple months ago. But that will be exciting to see, because I do miss Toontown a lot, or at least stepping foot in there, and I can't wait to see everything that it has to offer opening up next year with, of course, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So I'd hope that we get some kind of sneak peek as far as how far along they are with construction in that land and in that new attraction. And maybe there'll even be a surprise out of that in relation to Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin. And I don't mean it getting the axe, I just mean some form of surprise. Heck, maybe we can even get a Roger Rabbit walk around character once again in Toontown, even though that really wouldn't fit with the theme anymore. Now the Splash Mountain re-theme, I think we'll finally have confirmation as to when that's gonna be opening up. And I think that we'll have confirmation as to when we can ride Splash Mountain for the very last time, which will most likely be at the end of the year. Now, the actor who actually played Princess Tiana in The Princess and the Frog came out on a talk show and said that attraction's going to be opening up in 2024, but she didn't specify on Disney World or Disneyland. I personally feel like they're going to be opening up around the same time frame. They'll have the same construction progress and they'll have the same opening date. But I definitely don't think we're going to be getting it next year. I think that will open up in 2024, and I think Josh will further confirm that himself, because I honestly feel like there's bigger plans for the area surrounding the future Princess and the Frog locations. With Disney World, it's a little bit trickier since they have Big Thunder Mountain right there. They're definitely not going to get rid of Big Thunder Mountain, but with Disneyland, I feel like we'll have an announcement of some sort of Tiana's Place replacing Hungry Bear Restaurant and maybe even the Winnie the Pooh Dark Ride attraction. And I think that'll also be one of those big quote-unquote surprises that Disney fans should expect, or shouldn't expect, that they can all be like, wow, did not see that coming at all, but it makes sense. Now we have one last thing to talk about for Disneyland, and of course I've saved the best for last because this has been a rumor that it's going to get announced at the D23 presentation for a couple months now. And since the Lightyear movie has come out, more rumors have started to spark about a potential retheme of Space Mountain. But that's right everybody, I'm talking about the Tomorrowland refurb that we've been promised many times before. Now I think that we will get some confirmation as to what's going to happen with Tomorrowland. They've obviously already started to complete the planters in the front that we were promised a long time ago as well, so that's a good sign as far as the beginning of Tomorrowland. But I think with Disneyland, a long portion of the Disneyland announcements and news will be spent on a potential Tomorrowland refurbishment. What's going to get taken out? What's going to get rethemed? Will we have any Star Wars in Tomorrowland anymore, considering the fact that we have Star Wars Galaxy's Edge? Will Autopia survive? Will Disneyland get Tron? Will Space Mountain turn into Pixar's Lightyear? All these questions I feel will definitely be answered at this panel, and I can almost 90% guarantee that's what they're planning to talk about, at least for the majority for the Disneyland side of things during this presentation, which will get all types of Disney fans excited, and it will definitely excite us all for the future of Tomorrowland since it will be such a big project. It will all be a part of Disneyland Forward. And this is also another one of those things that I feel will open up in phases, with different areas slowly starting to open up. Maybe even Astro Blasters will be gone. Maybe we won't have any of the old attractions besides Space Mountain, of course, and it will be a completely new land with 4 different or 3 different or however many attractions you want to put in there that we never expected. So I feel like even Disneyland's still a little bit confused on what the future of Tomorrowland holds. But all these questions definitely, in my opinion, will be answered at D23, and I cannot wait to hear about all the different surprises in regards to Walt Disney World and Disneyland and different attraction announcements come out of this. So Sunday, September 11th, everybody better be on the internet and ready to see all the different announcements coming out and everyone's different thoughts. But I want to know down below in the comments section what you feel about all the things I talked about in this video. Are you excited for them? Would you say that you agree with me as far as what they're going to talk about this time around? Or do you think that there's a couple things that I missed? Leave a comment down below in the comments section and let me know. But anyways everybody, my name is Scott and you've been watching Exploring Attractions, Positivity is Key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out everybody.